How's everyone doing today? Let's take a look at a quick rust removal job, and maybe this will help you guys out. We are just using a rust remover plus. I got this from the powerwash.com. 25 bucks for a gallon, but your local hardware Ace store, they're going to have all kinds of different brands right around the same price point, and they all seem to have relatively good reviews. This is just the one that I chose. So the manufacturer says that the Rust Remover Plus can be applied directly or diluted with water up to a 1.5 mixture. I poured a pretty decent splash into my what I believe is a 1.5 gallon pump sprayer and added some water. I didn't really have a great way to mix it. I wasn't, too worried about, being perfect with it. As you'll see in a few minutes, that mixture of just kind of guessing seemed to work out pretty well, but again, the manufacturer says that you can just apply it directly. Okay. The pump spray that I'm using is, I believe, an HDX brand. I got it from Home Depot, but they do have bleach and non-bleach pump sprayers. The bleach pump sprayers are good for chemicals, obviously like bleach, as well as other things like different acids, and of course this rust remover. They're going to have a couple different components in there, and they're just going to be a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more resistant. I have used a non-bleach rated pump sprayer before, and it does end up not working pretty quickly. So here we are letting it dwell. Go back and give it the old scratch and sniff, and as you can see, a lot has already started to come off. There wasn't a whole lot of dwell time here. This video, of course, is going to be about 3.5 minutes. The actual job took less than 10, so I did edit it down a little bit. There was a little bit of waiting, a little bit of screwing around, but it was a relatively quick process. Went on after the upper layer started to come off on the vinyl, moved on down to this real heavy spot. So this is all actually coming from a vent up on the roof, and it's just been dripping down over time. It was real thick here at the bottom, so I just kept applying, waiting, and then took out the brush and just tried to agitate it a little bit. The manufacturer will say to let it sit and then use a pressure washer, but I did not want to do that on the vinyl. And then, of course, this white kind of plastic below is even thinner and lighter. So once it dwelled, once I brushed, brought out the hose, and just gave it a rinse, got it off the siding, got some of that rust and the rest of that chemical off, and looks pretty good. I was pretty happy with the results. The first time I used it, I actually bought it last year, never used it. Of course, you can't go anywhere, especially in a tight-knit community like this, without impressing the neighbors. So
I know, me neither. It looks good, right?
Yeah, sure.
a couple guys had been watching. I actually helped that guy move his trailer before I started this one. He had like a landscape trailer, and it was kind of stuck in the mud. He couldn't move it by hand. He was trying to move it to rake some leaves, so helped him out with that. And then I had a little bit of an onlooker. Turned out great. Hope it helps you guys.